Hey, good morning, closeteers. Yes, I am still in my pajamas, but I wanted to jump on real quick. Well, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be real quick, but it's probably not gonna be 30 minutes long like the normal videos. Uh, Look here. I wanted to talk about bitter and negative people, right? Bitter and negative people. Now, sometimes for me, I describe being bitter. Sometimes it could be something that happened. To me, bitterness is a situational thing. Like you're not all together bitter, but some people are. However, if you have a person in your life that's just not altogether bitter, then maybe it's situational, right? There's something going on with them, and that's acceptable, because they may be going through something, so it's like not gonna last forever. And especially if you guys are friends, that's good, that's cool, that's okay. But if somebody is new to your life or they're just always bitter, to me that's negative. They always have something negative to say, no matter what it is. They have something negative to say. That's a negative person. And for me this season, baby, I'm cutting all the fat, all the negative. It has to go. It has to go. I'm vibrating on positive vibes right now. And really the only thing that I want in my life is positive vibes. I'm not, my vibration is positive. If your vibration is anything but positive, I'm going to cut you out. Period.com. You got to go. Um, that's where I am. I had a couple of situations that made me evaluate if it was bitterness or negativity. With one person, I just took it as negativity because, first of all, this person and I have never been friends. They came through by proxy through someone else. Actually, two people now I've had to do this to just in this last week. They came through by proxy. So they're not friends to me. And the several times that I have been around them, it has been a negative experience. And so some people don't understand. They may have heard things about how you once were and that you're different now, but they don't understand that um yeah, if I'm thinking, I have this thing that's called thank God for the pause, right? And what that pause is it's that moment before I tell your head off. That moment right there before it, where God has a chance to say, don't do it, right? Where the spirit has that chance to say, it's not worth it, don't do it, yada, 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 right? So it's those moments, honestly, that help me and that keep me grounded. But if you catch me at the wrong time or in the wrong moment, there is no pause. There is no pause. And I have to be honest. I have to live in my truth. I have to be honest, right? I am not I'm not beyond snatching somebody up, right? I don't want to, don't get me wrong. If I have that moment in that pause, of course, I'll choose not to. And one of these people, I've done that for several times, right? There has not been a time that we've been in the room together where this person hasn't just been flat out disrespectful or said something flat out slick, right? And each time I have utilized the pause, right? Utilize that pause. So in utilizing that pause, I didn't take that person's head off, right? And there is no question, right? There is no question. I'm very honest with myself. Um, I don't think I'm the baddest person in the world. And I know I could have my butt whipped, but it ain't happened yet. But I know that it can happen. But this person right here, if I did that to that person, everybody would be on me. Like, you wrong for that. That was too easy. Why would you, you know, it would turn into something like that. And forgetting how this person has been instigating this whole situation for the whole time. But then on the other side of that, I am approaching 50 years old. I am approaching 50, right? And I have a lot to lose. So, girl, go somewhere. Sit down, have a Coke and a smile, baby, and relax, because what you're not going to do, you're not going to get the chance to ruin my life, which is probably what you're trying to do. Girl, don't hate. Don't hate. Congratulate. If you see something that I got that you like, if you see how I move and behave and you like it, talk to me. Because I tell you how to get it done too. I don't have that in me. I want to see everybody win. And so since I want to see everybody win, I'm not above sharing what I know and what I've done to get to where I am, right? So I don't know exactly what her particular problem is with me. And frankly, I don't give a damn, my dear. I really don't. So I've decided there's a lot of activities that'll go on that will probably both be in the room, right? So I said, well, I'm going to pick and choose those activities. They have to be something that's deemed important. I'm not doing no fun or nothing like that with this person. I'm cool. I'm cool, right? If she's invited, I'll stay home. No problem. You don't have to disinvite or uninvite her for my sake. Miss me, just don't invite me, or accept the fact that I'm not coming, because I have to protect my weaknesses, right? I have to protect my weaknesses, and that is a weakness for me. Like I said, God didn't pick me out the church house. He picked me off the streets. I'm from the streets. I used to gang bang, all those things. And I'm not bragging on those things. I'm bragging on the overcoming of those things. But those things are not dead, right? The attitude. I used to get paid to fight. It's how I made my money, right? So that's a spirit that's in me that's dormant, not dead. So one of the things that I have to do to protect that it's a weakness, is to not put myself in situations that will bring her out. I tell people constantly when certain things happen, I am dual. I have two people, right? I am two people. I have the corporate me and the hood me, right? And I call the hood me the genie in the bottle. Please keep that genie in that bottle. If she comes out to play, getting her back in that bottle, baby, that's a very hard thing. It's a very hard thing because she sees red. And we've discussed before how I am when I see red. And these are things that I'm praying on. So in the midst of that, I have to be wise enough to know not to put myself in those situations. So that's what I decided to do with that one person, right? Who's just she's just flat out negative to me. She does not get the benefit of the doubt of the bitterness or the bitter situation. She doesn't get that. Because she's never done anything to make me think that she's anything other than negative. So I can't say, oh, she's going through something. Nah, she don't get that. Bye. She gets that, the minus sign and the bye. Deuces. See you later. Okay, and so the next person, this one is hard because I've known this person for some time and I've been grappling and struggling with how to approach this situation, because it's like, to me, if I'm struggling and if there's hard times, she's there for me, right? Not, financially, but as a friend, a shoulder, a listening ear, stuff like that. And I had to peep this. But if I'm on top and I'm doing good, poof, she's nowhere. She doesn't, she's not there. And she always has something negative to say. And so what I've been grappling with this situation is, because of the length of time that we've been in each other's lives, I'm grappling with, because I know where she is it bitterness because of her situation, or is it just she's become a negative person? Or has she always been negative and I just refuse to see it? So I'm on the fence with that one. And I've gotten conflicting information. So I have 3 mentors, and they all they mentor me in different spaces, right? But I've went to all 3 of these mentors on this situation because, like I said, right now I'm cutting off negativity. I am vibrating. My vibrations are positive, so I only want positivity in my space. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid to think that nothing but positivity will be around me. I get that, but I can surround myself with positivity. Like, there's layers of this circle. And so the inner, outer, and the most inner. Those can't, my inner and my most inner cannot be negative, right? I can't have, if I'm vibrating positive vibes and my vibrations are positive, then I can't have in my inner and my most inner circle negativity, right? So I have to be careful of that. So I'm on the fence about this whole situation. I'm on the fence. So that's something that I'm praying about. And then even with my children, it's split with my children on how to handle that situation. 2 are like, chunk the deuce, right? And 2 are like, oh, mom, you kind of need those people. Those are the people, especially when you've known them so long. Don't call them friends, but just know that those are the people that push you to do better, right? Everybody needs a hater, if you will, because that hater is what pushes you to do better. So yeah, that whole situation is a fence situation, right? And then there's another person who I don't personally know, and just, it's been a couple of months now, and just in watching this person and interacting with this person is bitter. I know for a fact that they're bitter, but is it situational bitterness or is it just bitter? And I'm not sure about that. I was not sure about that, but here recently I made the decision that, baby, it ain't been long enough. If I'm questioning this early on, ciao, bye. Ciao, bye. It, like I said, I'm in a self-awareness, a self-care mode, right? So I'm not doing this. I'm sorry. Maybe at another point in my life, we could have built and, gotten to know each other. But at this time, wrong time. Time and place for everything. This is nor the time or place for you in my life, right? And that's what I've done. I'm taking care of me. I'm protecting my mental stability, my emotional stability, and my physical stability. And I know for some people, the physical part of it may seem like, exercising and all that. That's incorporated in that too, but it's also the ability or the inability to fight. I'm too old for that, age-wise. I don't want to do that, right? I would like to think that I'm matured mentally enough to not be there. And this is not everybody's journey. And I'm not talking bad about people that's in their 50s and their late 40s and 60s and whatever and fight. That's you. That's my mama. I call my mother, I call her an old fighting senior citizen. My mother is fast approaching 80, right? And she bout that life still. She is bowdy still, right? And that's her. I don't have no disrespect for her. I don't have no negative thing to say about her. That's her. That's how she has been her entire life. As quick as I was to fight when I was younger and in that life, baby, she was quicker. And that's been her entire life. That's her. That's her character. That's who she is. So I'm not talking bad about her for being that way, because that's who she is. That's who she's chosen to be. For me, I don't want to be like that. So for me, I want to protect my physical health by not being so quick and ready to fight approaching 50. My choice, right? My choice. So when it comes to people who are close enough to me that they can set me off like that, and they have tried it on numerous occasions, yeah, that's not bitter, that's negative. And baby, I got to go. I got to go. And I would hope that if you're in these situations, you would make that same type of decision, the best decision for you, right? Because see, I don't want to get to a point where I see red and there's no longer a pause, right? There's no longer a thought of everything that I have to lose there, because that's how bad this situation will be. Trust me, I'm not bragging on these hands, baby, but trust me, they work. And I know that I will dog her if I unleash. I will dog her. It will not be just a simple, oh, girl, she just did a little. No, I will dog her. And so I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So she gets the old heave ho. Real quick, she gets the heave ho. So I will be choosing very wisely those events that I step into with her there. And then it's so much more that's tied to it too. That's the next thing. I'm very careful about involving other people in my mess, right? I'm very careful. Listen, I'm the baby of 18 children. I have 9 brothers and 8 sisters. And my brothers call me baby sis. And they mean that, right? And all of them ain't saved. Matter of fact, I don't think I have a saved, sanctified, and Holy Ghost filled brother, right? But all of them don't bang, but some do, right? Even in this, brothers, they older than me, and some of them still in that life, right? And it's a whole nother level when they get concerned about me. It's a whole nother level. So when I choose to engage in certain things, I do that with that kind of stuff in mind too. Because that'll bring on a whole nother element of this thing. And then I have grown children as well who are very protective of their mother, right? And so it's the same kind of thing when you have that, when you're in a situation where you could be dealing with a family that's like your family, that you see how that thing can just spin. What started as a disagreement between 2 women has now spilled out into the street. And where it was 2 people, it's now 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people involved, right? And so you got to be careful. This is where wisdom kick in. It's not about fear. It's about wisdom. This is where wisdom kick in. Like, what am I willing to sacrifice to put these hands on her, right? Because that's what it would be. Because other people, she's married too. And he not going to sit by and watch me dog his wife, and they always together. Always. Not one incident was he not present. And each time I was by myself, right? So that's not going to play out well. And so the wisdom in me tells me, don't do it, because the fallout of it is not worth it either. The fallout of that situation is not worth it either. So that's where I am. I thank God for the growth. That's growth. That is growth. That is growth. And I'm grateful for it. I don't feel tested or pushed by it. I feel grateful for it. I really do. I feel grateful for it because the old me, honest to God, that first offense, it would have been on and cracking. That first offense. So the growth that's there, I appreciate the growth. And I thank God for the pause. Right? So I would admonish you to evaluate some things in your life and determine if they're bitter, or if it's negative. Bitter or negative. And then based on that, the level of bitterness. And then clean house. Especially if you vibrating on positive. And if you're not vibrating on positive, baby, stick around on this here page. You're going to turn out to start vibrating on positive. Okay? This has been good. Appreciate you guys. Please remember to click like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, right? And not only am I trying to grow my channel, I'm just trying to bring awareness to certain things that are not talked about and kept in the closet. And we're going to pull them things right there out the closet. That's why we are Closet Talk 101. And you are the Closeteers. And I appreciate your support. Love you much. Until next time. Bye-bye.